everyone. Happy National Scrapbooking Day, the best holiday of the year. Well, maybe not exactly, but I do love the thought of scrapbookers getting around and getting together around the world, and that thought just puts a smile on my face. So I am super excited about having a day just dedicated to preserving our memories. So by now you probably have watched the videos of Debbie and Shiloh just kind of walking through their design process using the designer templates in the Play to Create system that we have here at Kiwi Lane. And in this video, I wanted to walk through the process of picking paper. It is one of the common things, questions that we get often, and it can be a little bit of a learning curve, but for the most part, the Play to Create system is a great way to use up your paper stash. So that's what we're going to go over here in this video. So I have this kit that I picked up, and this paper is actually from Echo Park. And one of the things about the Kiwi style is that you can use, like I said, all of that paper stash that you might have. And so, and then I also have these pictures of my oldest daughter, Abigail, that we took in the backyard. Well, technically she's not my oldest because she's a twin, but by 1 minute she's my oldest. But, so I have these pictures, and I felt like this paper would work really well with these pictures. So you do want to pick out what pictures you're going to be scrapbooking, and then find paper that you feel like coordinates with that paper. So she has some pink on, and that green from the grass is kind of pulling out on those. Now with the Play to Create system, we recommend for a 2-page layout, 5 to 6 sheets of paper, and that's what we're just going to go over in this video, okay? So these are the patterns that I have to work with that come in this kit. Now the thing about this kit is that you only get one of each pattern, so that's why I have 2, because for our background paper, I like to have the same matching background, so that's why I needed to pick up 2. But so let's start with the background paper. The background paper we recommend to be, from our experience, to be a little bit more of a subtle pattern. So for example, I like to start and just kind of get familiar with what patterns and what are on the back, okay? So I just kind of like to get familiar with that first. And right off the bat, I pull out anything that would work for my background paper. So you can see these patterns right here are a lot more subtle, and allows the other patterns, you know, from the borders and accessory, from the Kiwi style, to really pop and make that page look really nice without being too busy. Okay, so these work really well for that. And I did see this other one here. This green would work as well. So just depending on what you're working on. So now that I have options for my background paper, I'm going to take my pictures, okay, and let me turn it that way, and I'm going to see what kind of helps my pictures look the best, really. So you can see that. Okay, I kind of like that teal, mostly because it has a contrast. There's really not much teal. There's some maybe in her jeans in some of these pictures, pulls out a little bit of that blue, but I like that they pop really well on these ones. This one tends to blend, and this one just really, sorry about that, blends too much because that green background. So from my opinion, that's kind of what's going through my mind. And then you can see on that red, it also kind of loses the picture as well. So my pick naturally would be to go with the teal. So we have one decision down on that. So let me go ahead and put these all to the side, and I'm going to lay this one over here. Okay, and then we need also one for matting our pictures. So I'm going to go ahead with the same patterns that I pulled to the side, because matting your pictures, you can use a cardstock, but again, not much of the pattern shows. So these blenders would be nice for that as well. So for matting your pictures, what I like to do, so we know that this kind of pops, is again, take patterns and lay them on top of the color that we just picked for our background paper. and that kind of gives it a nice clean feel, and it works well with these two colors work well together. So let me just show you comparison here. See that green? Kind of blends with the teal. It's not really working well with that teal. And then let's go with the red. The teal and the red actually look really cute, but I'm not sure it helps my pictures per se. So out of these options that I have, I feel like those are my best options. So we're gonna use this sheet of paper to mat our pictures, and this will be our background. And of course I need one more of this pattern, which I'll pull from my other pack that I have. Okay, so we have those down. So because I'll have 2 of the same matching backgrounds, we have 1, 2, and then 3 for our photo mats. So we have 3 sheets, and we recommend 5 to 6. So now we're gonna think about a pattern that really highlights whatever pictures, or just works and coordinates with our pictures that we're scrapbooking. And most of the time for this pattern, it can be one that really catches your eye. You can think of it that way, say, hey, you know, out of all these, I like this one the best, and then coordinate your supporting pattern to that one, which will be our next one that we pick. But because of my pictures, I want to kind of fit something that, I don't know, fits that playfulness that she is expressing in those pictures. So I definitely love the clean feel of this one, and it's kind of a simple, so still allows the pictures to kind of stand out. I feel like that one might be a little bit too busy, again, just for the feel and the effect that I want for these memories, and specifically for these memories. And stripes are always great, but for my main pattern, I definitely think that this is more of a good main pattern. Now on the back, you want to keep that in mind as well. So I have a stripe here for my back, and then I just need another sheet to help with whether accessories or borders, whatever I need on that. So I'm just going to lay those together. Even though these kind of blend here, definitely if you ink the edges on your pages, keep in mind, because that trick really helps separate patterns when you get to that finished layout concept. Ooh, and I love pulling out a little bit of that red. Even though she's wearing a little bit of red, I think having that in our accessories will really help. So I'm kind of liking that. Let me try this one. What's on the back? Bikes. I'm not sure bikes is what I'm going for, so that would eliminate the whole use of my double-sided paper. So I'll try to stay away from that one, and I think that's what I want to go with. So I have these patterns along with these ones, so I'll have 2 of these for my background paper, matting my pictures, and then of course any other, if I wanted to even pull a little piece of that maybe in a strip, once I get to that designing process, that might work. And then I have these awesome patterns and colors to work with my borders and accessories for all my layers on my page to pull it all together. So this right here, I would consider a layout kit. And I believe we mentioned this before, but what I personally do is I would take my pictures and the layout kit that I just personally hand-picked, customized for my pictures, and I would stick this in a page protector so that it's easy for me to pull out and then design my page similar to the process that you've seen Debbie and Shiloh do in their videos today. So I'm going to go ahead and play around with that, and you can see that this paper, well, yeah, this paper kit from Echo Park, it comes with a lot of different sheets, of course. So really with this other, you could pick maybe another, especially if you have 2 of them, because again, just pay attention when you pick up some of these collection kits. See if they come with 2 of the same patterns or only 1 of the same patterns, especially if you like to do your 2-page layout with the same background pattern. You'll need 2 of the collection kits. So just keep that in mind, or you can even use solid cardstock if needed for that background, and then just use the patterns from the paper kit as your layers and accessories on your layout. So I'm gonna have a lot of fun. I'm excited about scrapbooking these papers with these pictures for this layout, and I hope that some of these tips have helped you. And it's always a great idea to go through your paper stash, use it up, and if you're using the Play to Create system in the Kiwi style, it really makes those pages turn out beautiful. You're gonna love them every time. So again, happy National Scrapbook Day. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching.